Welcome to the Bible of Polished Concrete. We at Extreme Polishing Systems see concrete floors as having unlimited potential to be transformed. In this DVD, you'll learn the process of taking a floor like this, and turning them into impressive commercial spaces, exciting logo and color applications, handsome retail spaces, professional warehouses, and even great-looking garages. After this DVD, so will you. The Extreme Polishing System is a decades-proven technique taking top-of-the-line machines, diamond products, and LEED-certified chemicals to transform any concrete floor into a work of art. There are many processes to attain a variety of polished effects. In this DVD, we will be detailing a full mechanical polish from beginning to end, beginning with floor evaluation and Mohs testing, and going over every single piece of equipment leading up to a high-level burnish. In no time, you'll be out there running your own business in the high demand and increasingly popular field of concrete floor polishing. And the professionals here at Extreme Polishing Systems will always be available to you, answering any questions you may have. PCDs, as well as cup wheels, are tools specifically designed to remove mastic, epoxy, elastomeric, and other hard-to-remove obstructions on a concrete floor prior to the polishing system. Typically, these things are found on old concrete floors, especially those on which carpet, tile, linoleum, or other styles of floor finishing may have been done before. These should be used whenever anything is left over from the previous floor finishing, as any amount of obstruction will prevent the floor from achieving as high quality a shine as possible. In some cases, these obstructions can even be harmful to your tools, so never begin a polishing system until your floor is at its most original state.
That you're going to go in, okay, and this here, if you see on the ends, you see the numbers, okay, now those numbers go from 3 to 9, all right, you can see if it's really soft, okay, so this is pretty much the amount of pressure that I'm putting on the concrete, and it's not scratching, okay, I go with a 3, I'm not scratching.
I got the 4 here.
You don't put a lot of pressure, okay?
I got the 4 here.
Here's number 4. You just hold it like it's a paintbrush.
No, this is 4. This is 4.
All right, we're going to go to 4. 4. No scratch. 5's on the other side. All right, there's no scratch on that yet, okay? Who's got number 6? I do. Number 6? 6, you see it? It's scratched. Do you see that scratch? Now watch that. That didn't scratch that well, but 7? 7 scratches. You see that? So I know that this is between a 6 and a 7 because I saw a light scratch on a 6 and I know a 7. Okay, so now...
In addition to grit levels, there are different bonds for different types of floors. Each grit level is available in one of 3 bonds: hard bond, medium, and soft bond. And the general rule is that soft floors will require a harder bond, while harder floors conversely need a softer bond. Bond itself refers to the material holding the diamonds in place. A softer bond will give way to more diamonds at a faster rate, and so should be used on hard floors when more diamonds will be needed. A harder bond is therefore better for softer concrete when not as many diamonds should be exposed. Once you know the bond necessary for the floor you're working on, the rest is just following the grit levels like normal. Refer to the following chart to see which grit level to begin with for the floor you'll be working on. In addition to bond, you will also need to know how many segments you'll want in your diamond tool. As you can see, metal grinding tools come in trapezoids, 6, 8, and 10 segments. The weight of the entire grinding machine will rest on these segments as they turn to grind the floor. This means that the more segments you have, the less weight will be placed on each individual segment. Trapezoids are the most aggressive approach to grinding. If your concrete is very rough as well as hard, you'll want to use trapezoids or 6 segments. If your concrete is softer, newer, and less rough, using 10 segments will be better. 8 segments are very useful for wet grinds as the slurry has room to travel. Grit level refers to the size of the diamond in the diamond tool. Lower grits mean a coarser diamond and will be more aggressive to the floor. Extreme polishing systems always uses the highest quality diamonds with the longest life in the market. Since the age of the concrete can affect the hardness of it, each project will begin with one of 3 different grit levels. Here is a chart to show you at which level you're likely to begin your process. Old worn floors will require more smoothing, and so a 30 grit should be used first, while newly poured concrete won't require much work to smoothen, and so you can skip the first couple of levels. Just run your fingers across the surface of the floor to determine how uneven the floor is, and you'll know where to begin. After a 120 grit, the floor should feel flat to the touch. Before choosing at which grit to begin, you should also consider the finished look you're trying to achieve. In order to expose aggregate, lower grit levels are required so that the top levels of concrete are removed at a faster rate. To expose large amounts of aggregate quickly, consider beginning your job at a 16 grit metal.
I want to see how this thing works for a second. Alright, we're gonna see how it works.
Number 34 is medium bond. Painted yellow. Painted yellow for
The concrete genie, huh?
Does he got 2 pry bars for that screwdriver on this thing?
yeah.
Dude, that one.
You see that?
Dude, it was ridiculous, man. It took like freaking 2.5 hours to change a set of 24.
Just to get off the magnets. I'm already sweating with the other one. Okay,